The earth is sending a signal that this person will not change because they are afraid of change. I get that this person is feeling bitter about the situation between you and them, but they don't want to resolve the situation, compromise, be understanding, or show compassion. They have no intention of doing so. They just want to complain about how things are going between you, and be rude and angry. They cannot expect others to love them because they do not love themselves. Some people want to come back and don't want things to end, but they don't feel good emotionally. So learn to be mature, communicate, and be respectful before approaching them. You need to understand that this person thinks they can do whatever they want, and you think they will take care of all your needs. But that is not the case. You are focused on expressing your Virgo energy to someone, and you are looking to change your ideals and perspective on love so that you can express your ideals, especially as a partner or a woman. Your other person has someone who is attached to you, and that's why you're so focused on them that you can reciprocate that energy. You can't stop thinking about it. The problem is that this person has broken so many promises, had a traumatized childhood, and is used to broken families and others taking advantage of them. This person may still need a lot of healing because that resentment comes from childhood, not from you. This person really wants to open up and be with you, but until they correct their behavior, they're holding back and can't get close to you. You're going to listen to what they have to say, but don't say anything if they don't get it right. 4. The rest of you, they may be dating someone they don't live with. Even if they're not happy, but they're still clinging to the idea of wanting to be with you. This is a person who truly feels that you are everything that has manifested in them, but for some reason, they are unable to get close to you the way they want, which means breaking a pattern. There isn't much movement in your love life at the Gene moment. You seem defensive, reserved, and hurt. You haven't given up on love yet, but when it comes to love, you feel scared and don't know what to do. You have been through so much, but you still hold out hope that one day you will meet your person. Some people want to have a fun and casual connection with you, but they may feel like that's not what they want. You're trying your best to stay strong, but you're finding it hard to trust suitors with your energy. You have someone who is flirtatious, has adventures, is always on the go, and is around people who want to be close to you. This is someone who is genuinely attracted to you, but has no intention of giving up their freedom or being tied down. They feel that if someone approaches you and expresses interest, they will compete for you, and if they don't have the energy to compete, they will quickly give up. All I see is that you love yourself, know your worth, and won't settle for anything less. When someone is known to be unfaithful or gives up easily, some people try to control their urges. You can see that they want to change their mind and fight for you, or fight to control their bad habits, fight their demons, and learn how to protect themselves. This person has a hard time trusting because you are an overthinker, and they feel like they can't stop thinking about what could go wrong. You are currently stuck in your own thoughts and are not in a good state of mind to engage with someone. Just like this person, you are fighting your own inner battles, but someone is ready for this battle of connection. Gradually start taking small steps to seriously challenge each other not to give up because you feel like you're giving up. This person feels like they're giving up too. You're not even focusing on your girlfriend right now. You strive to improve your confidence, strength, and independence. You're focused on other areas of your life, but deep down, you know that love is important to you. It's over, and the person you love deeply is avoiding you. This situation is causing you pain and confusion, but it's essential to remember that their actions reflect their own struggles and fears, not your worth. You may be tempted to chase after them, to try and fix things, but sometimes the best thing you can do is give them space. This doesn't mean giving up on love altogether, but rather focusing on healing yourself and growing as an individual. The earth is sending you signals too, reminding you of your own strength and resilience. During this time, it's crucial to surround yourself with supportive friends and family. Engage in activities that bring you joy and help you reconnect with yourself. Remember, you are worthy of love and respect, and the right person will recognize and cherish that. As you navigate through this difficult period, try to view it as an opportunity for personal growth. Use this time to reflect on what you truly want in a relationship and what you're willing to accept. Sometimes, the end of one chapter is the beginning of a better one. Don't let this experience harden your heart. It's okay to feel hurt and disappointed, but don't let these feelings define you. Keep your heart open to the possibility of love, but also set healthy boundaries to protect yourself. Remember, healing is not linear. There will be good days and bad days. On tough days, be gentle with yourself. Practice self-care and self-compassion. You're going through a significant loss, and it's okay to grieve. As time passes, you'll start to see things more clearly. You might realize that this relationship ending was necessary for your personal growth. Sometimes we need to let go of what's not serving us to make room for what will truly fulfill us. Keep in mind that while this person is avoiding you now, their actions are more about their own issues than about you. They may be struggling with their own fears, insecurities, or past traumas. This doesn't excuse their behavior, but understanding this can help you let go of any self-blame. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Pursue your passions, set new goals, and work towards them. As you grow and evolve, you'll attract people who are on the same wavelength as you. Don't rush into another relationship just to fill the void. Take the time to truly heal and rediscover yourself. When you're ready, love will find its way back into your life, and it will be with someone who values you and is ready for a genuine connection. Remember, you are not defined by this relationship or its ending. You are a whole, complete person on your own. This experience, though painful, is shaping you into a stronger, wiser individual. Trust in the process and have faith that better things are coming your way. In time, you'll look back on this period as a crucial turning point in your life. It may not feel like it now, but this ending is making way for new beginnings. Stay open to the possibilities that lie ahead, and trust that the universe has something beautiful in store for you. Don't feel good emotionally? Learn to be mature. Communicate and be respectful before approaching. You need to understand that this person isn't going to do whatever you want or take care of all your needs. That's not how it works. You're focused on expressing your Virgo energy to someone, looking to change your ideals and perspective on love. You want to express your ideals, especially as a partner or a woman. Your other person has someone attached to them, and that's why you're so focused on reciprocating that energy. You can't stop thinking about it. The problem is, this person has broken so many promises. They had a traumatized childhood and are used to broken families and others taking advantage of them. This person may still need a lot of healing because that resentment comes from childhood, not from you. This person really wants to open up and be with you. But until they correct their behavior, they're holding back and can't get close to you. You're going to listen to what they have to say, but don't say anything if they don't get it right. For some of you, they may be dating someone they don't live with, even if they're not happy. But they're still clinging to the idea of wanting to be with you. This is a person who truly feels that you are everything they've manifested, but for some reason, they're unable to get close to you the way they want. It means breaking a pattern. There isn't much movement in your love life at the moment. You seem defensive, reserved, and hurt. You haven't given up on love yet, but when it comes to love, you feel scared and don't know what to do. You've been through so much, but you still hold out hope that one day you'll meet your person. Some people want to have a fun and casual connection with you, but they may feel like that's not what they want. You're trying your best to stay strong, but you're finding it hard to trust suitors with your energy. You have someone who is flirtatious, adventurous, always on the go, and surrounded by people who want to be close to them. This is someone who is genuinely attracted to you, but has no intention of giving up their freedom or being tied down. They feel that if someone approaches you and expresses interest, they'll compete for you. And if they don't have the energy to compete, they'll quickly give up. All I see is that you love yourself, know your worth, and won't settle for anything less. When someone is known to be unfaithful or gives up easily, some people try to control their urges. You can see that they want to change their mind and fight for you, or fight to control their bad habits, fight their demons, and learn how to protect themselves. This person has a hard time trusting because you're an overthinker, and they feel like they can't stop thinking about what could go wrong. You're currently stuck in your own thoughts and are not in a good state of mind to engage with someone. Just like this person, you're fighting your own inner battles, but someone is ready for this battle of connection. Gradually start taking small steps to seriously challenge each other not to give up. Because you feel like you're giving up, this person feels like they're giving up too. You're not even focusing on your girlfriend right now. You strive to improve your confidence, strength, and independence. You're focused on other areas of your life, but love keeps creeping back into your thoughts. It's over. The person you love deeply is avoiding you. You're left wondering what went wrong, replaying every moment in your head. The silence is deafening, and the absence of their presence is a constant reminder of what you've lost. You want to reach out, to fix things, but you know deep down that it's not that simple. You're struggling to accept that it's really over. Part of you still hopes for a reconciliation, a chance to make things right. But as days turn into weeks, reality starts to sink in. The person who once filled your world with joy and love is now a stranger, avoiding you at all costs. You find yourself going through the motions of daily life, but everything feels hollow. The places you used to go together, the songs you shared, even the simplest things trigger a flood of memories. You're trying to be strong, to move on, but it's hard when your heart is still holding on. Friends and family tell you it's time to let go, to focus on yourself. But how do you just switch off your feelings? How do you forget someone who meant everything to you? The pain is raw, and the loneliness is overwhelming. You're left with so many unanswered questions, so many things left unsaid. You start to question yourself, wondering if there was something you could have done differently. Maybe if you had been more attentive, more understanding, things would be different. The self-doubt creeps in, eroding your confidence and self-worth. As time passes, you start to see glimpses of your old self. Moments where the pain isn't so sharp, where you can breathe without feeling like your chest is going to explode. You begin to rediscover your interests, your passions that got lost in the relationship. You're learning to be alone again, to find joy in the small things. It's not easy, and there are days when the grief hits you like a tidal wave. But slowly, surely, you're rebuilding yourself. You're becoming stronger, more resilient. You start to realize that maybe this ending, as painful as it is also a beginning. A chance to grow, to learn, to become the person you were meant to be. You're not ready for a new relationship, not yet. But you're open to the possibility that one day, you might be. The person you love is still avoiding you, and it still hurts. But you're no longer letting that define you. You're focusing on your own growth, your own happiness. You're learning that you are enough, just as you are. You're taking it one day at a time, allowing yourself to feel the pain, but not letting it consume you. You're rediscovering your worth, your value, outside of a relationship. It's a journey, and it's not always easy, but you're on your way. Remember, healing isn't linear. There will be good days and bad days. Days when you feel like you've made progress, and days when you feel like you're back at square one. But each day, you're getting stronger, more resilient. Don't rush the process. Allow yourself to grieve, to feel the loss, but also allow yourself to hope, to dream of a future where you're happy and whole, with or without a partner. You're not just surviving this breakup. You're using it as a catalyst for personal growth and self-discovery. It's okay to miss them, to wonder what they're doing, if they're thinking of you too. But don't let those thoughts hold you back. Use that energy to focus on yourself, to become the best version of yourself. Remember, you are worthy of love, respect, and happiness. This experience, as painful as it is, doesn't define you. It's a chapter in your story, not the whole book. Keep writing your story. Keep moving forward, even when it feels impossible. One day, you'll look back on this time and see how far you've come. You'll see the strength you didn't know you had, the resilience you've developed. And you'll be proud of yourself for making it through, for not giving up on yourself. For now, take it one day at a time. Be kind to yourself. Surround yourself with people who support and uplift you. And remember, this too shall pass. You will heal, you will grow, and you will love again, starting with loving yourself. They approach you and express their interest, but you can sense the hesitation in their eyes. They want to compete for your affection, yet if they don't have the energy to truly fight for you, they'll quickly give up. All I see is that you love yourself, know your worth, and won't settle for anything less than what you deserve. As when someone is known to be unfaithful or gives up easily, some people try to control their urges. You can see that he wants to change his mind and fight for them, or fight to control their bad habits. They're battling their inner demons and learning how to protect themselves from getting hurt again. This person has a hard Time trusting because you are an overthinker. And he feels like he can't stop thinking about what could go wrong. You're currently stuck in your own thoughts and are not in a good state of mind to engage with someone new. Just like this person, you're fighting your own inner battles. But someone is ready for this battle of connection. Gradually start taking small steps to seriously challenge each other not to give up. Because you feel like you're giving up, this person feels like they're giving up too. You're not even focusing on your girlfriend right now. You strive to improve your confidence, strength, and independence. You're focused on other areas of your life, but deep down, you know something's missing. The person you love deeply is avoiding you, and it feels like it's over. You can't help but wonder what went wrong, replaying every moment in your head. You analyze every conversation, every text, trying to find the exact point where things started to fall apart. But the truth is, sometimes there isn't a single moment. It's a gradual drift that neither of you noticed until it was too late. You find yourself constantly checking your phone, hoping for a message that never comes. The silence is deafening, and it's driving you crazy. You want to reach out, to bridge the gap, but you're afraid of pushing them further away. So you wait, hoping that they'll come back to you, even though deep down you know that waiting isn't the answer. Your friends tell you to move on, to focus on yourself. But how can you when your heart is still so invested? You try to distract yourself with work, with hobbies, with anything that can take your mind off the pain. But in those quiet moments, when you're alone with your thoughts, the ache in your chest returns full force. You start to question everything about yourself. Was it something you said? Something you did? Are you not good enough? These thoughts consume you, eating away at your self-esteem. You know logically that your worth isn't determined by someone else's feelings for you. But emotions rarely listen to logic. As days turn into weeks, you start to see small changes in yourself. The pain is still there, but it's not as sharp. You find moments of joy in things you used to love. You start to remember who you were before this relationship, and you realize that person is still there, waiting to emerge again. You begin to understand that loving yourself is the most important thing. You start to set boundaries, to prioritize your own needs and wants. It's not easy, and there are days when you slip back into old patterns of thinking, but you're making progress. You realize that the person avoiding you is fighting their own battles. Maybe they're scared of commitment, maybe they're dealing with past traumas, or maybe they just aren't ready for the kind of love you have to offer, and that's okay. It doesn't make your feelings any less valid, but it helps you understand that their actions aren't a reflection of your worth. As you focus on your own growth, you notice that people around you start to respond differently. They're drawn to your newfound confidence, to the way you carry yourself with self-assurance. You're no longer desperately seeking validation from others because you've learned to validate yourself. You start to see that love isn't about competing for someone's attention or trying to change yourself to fit their ideal. It's about finding someone who appreciates you for who you are, who's willing to grow alongside you. And until you find that person, you're content with working on becoming the best version of yourself. The journey isn't easy. There are days when you feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But each time you fall, you get back up a little stronger, a little wiser. You learn that healing isn't linear, and that's okay. You start to challenge yourself in ways you never have before. You take risks, try new things, push yourself out of your comfort zone. With each small victory, your confidence grows. You're no longer waiting for someone else to complete you. You're becoming whole on your own. As time passes, you realize that the person who was avoiding you has become less and less important in your thoughts. You still care for them, but the intensity of your feelings has faded. You're able to look back on the relationship with gratitude for the lessons it taught you, rather than bitterness for how it ended. You've learned to trust yourself again. You know that you have the strength to overcome heartbreak, to rebuild yourself, to love again. And when the right person comes along, you'll be ready, not because you need them, but because you choose them. You're focused on building a life that fulfills you, with or without a romantic partner. You're investing in friendships, in your career, in hobbies that bring you joy. You're creating a life so full and rich that anyone would be lucky to be a part of it. And then one day, without even realizing it, you find that you've moved on. The pain that once consumed you is now just a distant memory. You're not the same person you were when this journey began. You're stronger, wiser, more self-assured. You understand now that sometimes things fall apart, so better things can fall together. The end of that relationship wasn't the end of your story. It was just the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where you're the main character, the hero of your own life. So when someone new approaches you and expresses interest, you're not desperate for their attention. You know your worth, and you won't settle for anything less than what you deserve. You're ready for a healthy, balanced relationship, one where both partners support each other's growth and independence. You've learned that true love doesn't try to control or change you. It accepts you as you are while encouraging you to be the best version of yourself. And now, you're ready to offer that kind of love to yourself first, and then to someone worthy of receiving it. The journey of self-discovery and healing is ongoing. There will always be challenges, always room for growth. But now you face these challenges with confidence, knowing that you have the strength and resilience to overcome anything life throws your way. You're no longer stuck in your own thoughts, paralyzed by overthinking. You've learned to balance reflection with action, to trust your instincts, to live in the present moment. And in doing so, you've opened yourself up to a world of possibilities. So as you continue on your path, remember this: it may feel like it's over, but really, it's just the beginning. The beginning of a life lived on your own terms, filled with self-love, growth, and endless potential. And that, my friend, is the most beautiful love story of all.